What's going on, guys? Another episode of Pitching Talks here. Working on location. Get a ton of questions regarding like, hey, why can't I throw the ball where I want? Why am I, not locating in games? There's obviously, as in everything with baseball, with everything with pitching, there's a ton of variables, right? Kind of want to touch on a couple different things that I've talked about on Instagram or my website in the past, and I think it's good to bring light upon these certain topics because, again, when like dealing with location, especially nowadays, I don't think like a ton of people really talk about it because there's such a high demand on velocity, right? That's kind of the mainstream topic. But obviously, fastball location is number one, I think, with pitchers and having success. Location with other pitches, I don't need to sit here and talk about how important location is. But usually when guys come to me and ask me like, hey, how come I'm not doing this? I usually always revert to a question regarding like, what does your practice look like, right? So put into practice. Location, yes, we can sit here and talk about like some mechanical efficiencies, certain things that you need to do to give you the best opportunity to locate efficiently. But for me, especially with a lot of like ball players that I come into contact with, I mean, myself included, we've been throwing a baseball for so long. Our bodies pretty much know exactly what to do in order to throw it where we want because we've been doing it for so long. We've had so many reps at it, right? So when I talk about putting the location into practice, I stress on this so much, man. Like, even when we play catch, when we do our flat grounds, when we do our short boxes, when we're just having fun, like throwing, like having a catch, right? I don't want to be the guy that says, hey, you got to be 120% locked in every single time, because I'd be kind of contradicting myself, because there's certain times I pick up a baseball and I throw and I have fun doing it. But I will say, if you're a guy that struggles with the consistency of a location, then you need to step back and look at like, okay, every time I touch a baseball, every time I play catch, like what is my thought? Like, what is the outcome? What am I doing? Challenge yourself when you do play catch to throw and hit your partner, glove side hip. Challenge yourself to establish those feelings that you have off the fingertips, and seeing the ball go exactly where you want. Challenge yourself with those types of things that really do go unnoticed when we think about catch, right? I think we live in this, or at least like the baseball youth thing. I did the same thing growing up with like high school and little league practice and stuff. You just threw. But I think the disconnect is that once we step on the mound, that's when we should think about location, right? That's when we're like, okay, fastball away. Okay, now I got to go away. But in reality, like, why aren't we doing that in our catch play, right? So like I said before, get loose, warm up, and then as soon as like you're like, okay, I'm feeling good, tell your partner, hey, put your glove on the right hip if you're ready. If you're a lefty, challenge yourself with glove side first. And say, hey, put it right there, because I'm going to try to hit that 20 times in a row. Boom, boom. And then what happens is your body starts understanding like, okay, that's that feeling. That's what I want. And then your brain goes, okay, I have the ability to do that in my catch play. Why can't I do that on the mound? So put it into practice. And then if you're a guy that does put that into practice, and then you're a guy that goes out into the game and struggles with it, what does your practice setting look like, right? I've talked about this again in the past. Is it a really relaxed setting where it's just like it's a bullpen and you only have your pitching coach there and you're throwing and you're kind of yawning and you're hitting spots, and then in your flat grounds you're hitting spots, yawning, no really pressure, right? And then you get into the game and all of a sudden the lights are on, there's an umpire, there's people in the stands, there's a guy at the dish trying to freaking rake you, and then it's different, right? Like it's just a different feeling. So manipulate that type of feeling within your practice, right? In your bullpens, say, hey, catch, we'll throw like 10 to get loose, have a feeling, and then all of a sudden like say, hey, we're doing signs, right? And tell your buddy that's a hitter, say, hey, dude, you mind taking 10 minutes out of your day, stand in the box. Right now, all of a sudden we have this like, oh, frick, dude, like I got a little bit of adrenaline here. We're doing signs. We're manipulating that environment, right? Even in your flat grounds, dude. Like I've had to do this in my career too, where in my flat grounds I was always a guy that's boom, 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 everything right where I wanted it. And then I looked at my setting and I was like, in games I struggled doing that. I was like, why can't I just do that? I wasn't putting into practice that different feeling that you get when maybe someone's standing in, right? Or maybe there's something on the line. Maybe there's a little bit of added internal pressure, right? So even in your flats, like, dude, hey, you mind taking like 5 minutes out of your day and like standing in, crowd the plate a little bit. You know, I have a struggle. I struggle with getting in on righties. You mind standing in on my flat ground? If you hit them, buy him a lunch, whatever. Only hurts for a little bit. And then last thing, I'm very passionate about this side of the game because it's really helped me is like the visualize aspect, right? If we can sit there, man, and we can just, if we do it once, we've shown the ability to do it. In order, as far as like commanding the baseball, you have it within you to do that. Now all you got to do is like visualize that rep. You know, whatever it is, if it's a third person setting, if it's a first person setting, that visualization. What I do sometimes, like even like before my starts, is like I'll sit there, dude, I'll meditate. I know how weird it is, like my teammates will attest to this, like sit on the training table, have headphones in, towel over my face, and I spend like 20 minutes in meditation, 10 minutes is just visualization. Like exactly what I want. Exactly what I want. I'm looking at it like viewing myself, and I'm viewing, okay, four-seamer down and away, boom, yes. Four-seamer in, boom, yes. Curveball, dirt, yes. Changeup, fade, yes. All of these different things I'm visualizing, so I'm telling my brain, hey, that's what that's going to look like. So as soon as we get out into the game setting, you're like, boom, okay, I know what it is. That's what it's going to look like. Now let's just do it. Because that brings about this self-confidence within that connection from your brain and your body to all get on the same page, saying your body goes, you know, hey, that's what it is. That's that feeling. Your brain goes, oh, okay, that's what it looks like. And then everything together goes, hey, we've done this before. There's a confidence. There's not a panic. Boom, boom, boom. So it's all a culmination of just confidence, you know, having the efficient and intentional reps that you've already done, and it's just, then that's when you have your goodness. So if you're a guy that wants to work on location or struggles with location, look at these types of things in your work day and go, oh well, I'm not doing that, you know, maybe, and then put that into your routine. So hopefully that helps. Stay locked in. What else do I got? Best of luck in whatever games you're playing these days. I don't know. Cool, man. Sounds good. Talk to you guys later. As always, much appreciated.